Well, it's a very good afternoon to everybody watching around the world. And we are in not so sunny Queensland. It's currently pouring down out there, Jess. So we're going to hide inside in this super cool workshop that I have never been to before.
Well, welcome. I apologise that Queensland has not turned on the weather for
Sadly.
you, but hopefully we can turn on the tour for you.
Excellent. I'm following along. I'm on Facebook right now. Let us know, what do you want to see live from the 888 workshop? We're heading to the Bend this week, so you can't see the race cars.
No,
you can't see the drivers.
About that.
None of those two things are here, but you can see pretty much anything else. Jess is going to be our illustrious tour guide. What do we have down here at ground level? Because I'm already seeing some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, well, you walk in, you come through the front door. First of all, do your COVID-safe check-in.
Yep.
And then we've got a few little bits and pieces going on down here. As a few people know, our illustrious leader, RD, is a bit of a fan of the motorbikes. So we have some beautiful Mick Doohan leathers up here, which are signed and framed proudly on our wall.
Super
few
cool.
Trophies, which is a sign of more things to come.
Well, Riley Sheridan, one of the first comments on here, we asked the people on Supercars Facebook, what do you want to see? The first one up, Riley says, trophies.
We can help you out with that.
We've got trophies. All right, let's head up the stairs and have a bit of a look around. So like I said, my first time here, we're not too far away from Brisbane Airport. It's probably as easy as I can describe it. Banyo?
Yes, yep, Banyo. It's about 10 minutes from the airport, which is obviously a very important thing for us, travelling as often as we do. We wanted to make it as easy for staff as possible. So yes, very convenient location.
Welcome to trophy cabinet number 1. Now, shockingly, this is not all of the trophies, not even close, nowhere near it.
Not quite, not quite. There will be more of that to come.
Some of the GT trophies have made their way in here, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I haven't seen you guys doing too much GT racing in the last few years.
Peter Brock Trophy has pride of place up there, front and centre.
Very cool. What year are we looking at? Can't quite see that one from where I am.
Well, the Peter Brock Trophy is perpetual.
Oh, sorry, the actual Peter Brock Trophy. Sorry, I thought you were talking about...
Trophy.
That's the actual Peter Brock Trophy.
That is the actual one.
Because you guys won it last year. That makes sense.
We
Trophy
did
cabinet
indeed.
number 2 in the lobby on the way in.
This was one of the more recently installed. They all have a timeline. They haven't all been installed at once. They've all been installed over the years. It's been a progression.
Now, a lot of people talk about this. With trophies, do you get replicas made, or are these the ones that were won at the day? How does that work?
We keep all of the trophies. So we as a team, 888, we keep all of the trophies. And then the drivers have the option of getting replicas made if they want.
Typically speaking, Craig, Shane, Jamie, do they go and get replicas for the bigger things that they might win?
Not really, no. I think that they probably take up too much space.
Yep, fair enough.
With Jamie and Craig both well over 100 wins, they probably take up a fair bit of space, as you can see when you look around here.
Yep.
But actually, Shane's dad is a big one for getting replicas done. So he does enjoy a replica himself.
Good to know.
Yep.
Now, I've been to most of the workshops now. This is the last workshop on the tour outside of Tickford that I haven't been to before. One of the things that I noticed that not a lot of other places have is this: dedicated kitchen, dedicated chef.
Indeed. Yeah, we do try to treat our staff well, and I think the kitchen is a big part of that. It's not only somewhere that people can come up and mean that upstairs mingles with downstairs, and it's a communal area for all of us, but it's a meeting place. It's a good place for everybody to get together and make sure that we're a team, really.
Do you have team lunches together every day, or is
we
it?
We do, yeah,
wow.
yeah. We have a set lunch break, and everybody comes and mingles and hangs out together. And we've always, 99% of the time, we've got motorsport on the screen.
Yeah, we did have F1 on here earlier. More trophies up here. Anything we need to see in here, trophy-wise? No more Peter Brock trophies in here.
Oh no. No special ones hiding anywhere from memory, but they all do get moved around a bit every time we get a new trophy cabinet
this is
built.
cool. So first place, 2005 Sandown 500, first endurance win.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yep, okay, well, trust you,
bad.
Chad, to dig out the...
Straight to that one. That was pretty cool.
Out the special ones.
Lots of trophies from Barbagallo, every single track you can just about think of. So keep them coming. We're going to head around the corner and see the geniuses at work. So it's a very open space office that you guys have.
It is. We run an open plan because it means that everyone has an open door policy. Nobody here, apart from, I think, Chris Goose, who's our workshop manager and crew chief, has his own office, but that's, he has his own office, but his door is always open.
Right.
And it's essentially so that we're always collaborating and always talking to each other and making sure that it's always an open process throughout the whole thing, because that's one of the most important things in innovating.
Indeed. I like this. Was this the day the team got the 1, 2, 3?
No, that was Perth 2013 when Craig got his, he equalled Mark Scaife's, bettered Mark Scaife's win record that
Makes
day.
sense.
Yep.
I see some familiar faces in the background. I can see Couchy hiding over there. Hello.
Working hard?
Working very hard.
Or hardly working.
Engineering team together. Great to see Rummy back as well. Back from maternity leave, I believe, as well. So hello, great to have Rummy back here. Fans would remember her from Super 2 when she was engineering there. Cool to see her back off leave.
Yep, absolutely. And we've got, up in this engineering department, we've got pretty much covers everything. So Duddo usually sits in that seat opposite Romy, so team manager. We've obviously got data engineers, design engineers, the race engineers, so they all sit here and collaborate. And the thing about working in motorsport, specifically supercars, is that everybody has to multitask. Everybody has to be good at a little bit of everything, really. So it's a great opportunity for people to get stuck into an area that they might not otherwise do if they worked in a different category or in a different team or in a different country. So supercars is fantastic for that.
And I imagine Gen 3 being such a big talking point at the moment, a lot of that is happening out of this office space.
Absolutely. Lots of Gen 3 work going on, some of which is being developed downstairs, which maybe we can get it.
Okay.
No, I probably shouldn't be revealing anything.
Let's not dive into that today. Model car collection, says Nathan Simpson. Do we have any models
we can pop into the we'll pop into one of our meeting rooms. So this is probably the least exciting area of the building. This is commercial, where we sit and make the magic happen, make
Sorry
media
to the commercial
happen.
Team. Oh wow!
And accounts here, very important part.
We have models.
We do have. We've got a fair bit of memorabilia crammed into a very small space here.
Wow.
This is always our Zoom backdrop. So if you have a Zoom call or a video call, this is our Zoom backdrop.
I have a bit of a penchant for models, I might add. And this is pretty...
I'll be keeping an eye to see if any go missing, Chad. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Definitely check my luggage on the way out today because there's a few in here that I quite like. Have you guys endeavoured to try and get one of everything that you've raced? Is that sort of the vibe here, or is it that's physically impossible? That
hasn't been the aim, no. It's just... we probably wouldn't have every single one if you looked.
Yep.
But the ones in here are generally the samples that we get sent. So somebody with as close an eye for detail as I have. So when we get a new model release, they get sent to me. I have to check them with a fine-tooth comb, and they're generally pretty accurate.
Okay. That's
but yeah, everything gets passed through me first, and we try and make them as accurate as possible, but it's those inaccurate samples that end up here. So they're not worth stealing, let's put it that way.
Okay, perfect. Nathan says, what are they designing in the background? Everything and anything?
Everything. As we said, a lot of Gen 3 work going on.
I like this. We're going into the boardroom, no phones allowed.
Shane Van Gisbergen, this is for you.
Very special exemption for today. Welcome into the inner sanctum of Triple Eight.
The famed boardroom. Another trophy cabinet. That is our most recent installation over there. And we even have the lights. I think after years of not being able to turn off the lights, we finally had the ability to turn off different lights in this room, which is the most exciting thing.
What happens on the screen? Do you get in here, review things from the weekend?
During debrief, we don't rely on the screen too much. That's more we use it a lot for video calling. Of course, at the moment, we're dealing a lot with the US with the development of the Camaro.
Okay.
So that's an ideal screen for that. And behind us is our ventilator display. There are a few other prototypes left in the back alleys of Triple Eight mezzanine.
Did this go anywhere in the end? The ventilator system that you guys came up with, because it was so needed in a hurry, and then there was so much news about it. But what happened there?
Well, thankfully, we in Australia never got to the stage where we needed them. So we were tasked with creating a ventilator that could be used in a field hospital environment. So if we ever found ourselves needing hospital beds, it was a small, compact ventilator that could be used, that had a long life, running on a battery, and that could be used in those critical emergency situations. And thankfully, Australia never got to that place. We were in talks with the WHO for a while in case they wanted to send any to Africa or anywhere that particularly needed them. And now there's been a little bit of interest recently to see if, or other people asking us to see if we've had any approaches to supply them to India or anything like that. But no, we haven't had a call up to do that currently. But we're very proud of what we achieved in such a short space of time.
Absolutely. Who is the brains behind those?
It was a combined effort, really, but the engineering team, with Duddo and JJ, of course, at the helm of it, did a fantastic job to do the research, and there was probably 6 engineers who, when we were in the middle of shutdown, maybe 4 to 6 engineers who worked on it pretty much around the clock, and 1 or 2 people in manufacturing, so fabrication and things, who kept it going.
Well done. Okay, let's see some race cars.
Let's head downstairs. Well, there's not too much to see in the way
there
of
are
race
still
cars,
some things to look around. There was a comment on here, Cody. The Sandman wagon, please. What happened to the Sandman? Is that still around?
That got sold to the Groves. So if you want if you want to find the Sandman, you need to hit up Kelly Grove Racing.
Right.
Here's a face you might recognise.
Hey.
Angelo.
Hello,
it's not just a mystery. You do, in fact, work at 888 looking after your own car.
I see a race car over there, mate. What's day-to-day business like for you in the workshop? What do you get up to?
Try to keep myself busy first off. But
look busy when the boss walks downstairs?
Yeah, exactly. But in the fab shop with the boys there, just they're sort of teaching me how to build components of the race car, which is awesome. So, yeah, loving it.
Been here 2 years now, roughly?
Yeah, 2nd year now, yep.
How's the Super 2 campaign going? And do you do much work on your own car? Let's go and have a look at the thing. Do you work on your own race car much?
Yeah, here and there. I've started to do more repair sides to this thing. So, like, fixed the exhaust the other day, and some other little niggles we had. So the car's looking mint. It's ready to go for Winton. So
you're looking forward to getting back into it. Obviously, it's been a bit of a delay since round 1 at Bathurst. You keen?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone is. So it should be good fun.
I love it. Good job. Another one of the comments, Jess, was we'd like to see surfboards. I'm looking at surfboards.
We can show you surfboards. Absolutely. There might be 1 or 2 gaps on the wall where the adhesive has not been so sticky.
Right, okay.
There might be a gap or 2, but yes, we need to put up our Red Bull Ampol Racing signs behind the car bays. Anybody who's been here, a lot of our T8 mates, a lot of our members know that we usually have the big team signs behind each of the car bays. So in normal life, 97 lives here and 88 lives on the other side.
Okay,
and
we've got the wild card in the middle, obviously.
And we've got the wild card in the middle, yes.
We also have Prince Jeffrey's Toyota 86 car.
We do indeed,
as well.
That's another one. And of course, Brock Feeney's car too.
Sure. GT3 cars, do we have them in here typically?
Yes. Yeah. So actually, it's not news anymore, but we've actually got another factory further down the road. It's about 70 metres down the road from here, which we're moving our manufacturing to. And as part of that, we're turning our fabrication and machine shops into more car bays, because even right now you can see that we're kind of overflowing with cars. So once that refurb has all happened, hence why the signs aren't on the walls yet, because we'll be refurbing over the next few months, we will finally have car bays, dedicated car bays for the GT car, for Toyota 86, for our fleet of Hyundai Excels.
They're actually overflowing in the car park. If it wasn't pouring with rain, I'd take you out there to have a look right now, but we do actually have them stacked out in the car park right now. So that was a question from Rob. Where is the Merc? There you go. Question from Paul as we move on to where we're going next. Are you going to have...
We will head over to Subassembly next. We'll have
a supercar one day, Jess?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that depends on... maybe we can wait until RD has retired, and maybe I don't know. I don't know. My sights are set on rally at the moment, though. I've got my rally license thanks to Motorsport Australia, and looking forward to hopefully having a steer of a rally car soon. But steer of a supercar, I never say no. So
absolutely,
I'll definitely be keen to jump into a supercar if I ever had the opportunity.
Okay.
But right now we find ourselves in Subassembly, which is actually where I started back in 2008.
And you guys have been here since 2008.
We
is that
have,
yeah, okay,
yes.
Cool. What was your first role?
My first role was pulling apart brakes and doing a lot of cleaning and sandblasting, but gradually I progressed. I was allowed to build the brakes. Actually, the moment that I realised that the brakes that I had built had actually been used on the car when we came second at Phillip Island in 2008, that blew my brain.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You guys trusted me? Seriously?
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, so brakes, I used to help to put together the gearboxes and diffs and all that kind of stuff back then. So yeah, had got my hands dirty. It was great fun.
Okay, where are we heading next? I'll throw you another question as we head there.
So to give you some context, this is Subassembly, and this is where all the bones of the car are put together. So there's not much going on in here at the moment because it's all in a truck on the way to the bend.
Sure.
But basically anything you can put together that goes underneath the cars is, yes, it does get pretty hectic in here between events because everything is being pulled apart, everything is serviced and lifed, tracked in, massive lifing documents, and then put back together and sent on its way.
Okay, which is why the reliability is so rock solid.
Tries to be.
Question here, do the drivers come to the workshop often?
Yes, pretty much. Probably at least, once or twice a week.
Okay.
So for Shane, it will generally be around when we've got debrief or strategy happening.
Yep.
And then for Jamie, he's actually spending a lot more time here at the moment because of being a team owner and adopting the team principal and managing director roles. So through there we have fabrication and machine shop, but it's a bit of a site in there at the moment, and there's lots of secretive undercover stuff
as you can understand. But that is the room. People are asking, where's Gen 3? Where's Gen 3? In there.
Yes, in fact, if you look closely, there are little bits of Gen 3 all over the place.
Little Easter eggs
we've
scattered
tried
about.
we've tried to cover it up. Unfortunately, as much as we'd like to show you guys, it's a case of not spoiling the surprises too soon, let's say.
Yeah,
so
bits and pieces will be revealed in due course, but for now, it's all still very much work in progress.
Absolutely, but then it takes you back full circle, back to where we came from. And if it wasn't raining so much, we'd go outside and we'd get you to jump on the pit stop rig, but we won't do that in the rain today.
Trust me, I'm glad it's raining because that is something you do not want to see. Me trying to lift wheels, rattle guns, everything else. Thank you, that was really cool. We hope you enjoyed the tour here at Red Bull Ampol Racing. The 888 guys have been very hospitable today. Looking forward to getting back on track this weekend.
Can't wait. Yeah, really excited to head back to the track. I missed Tasmania personally.
Oh, yes.
I wasn't at the track, so really looking forward to getting to the bend. It's a dual round for us, so running the GT car in GT World Challenge Australia as well. And it's going to be a big old weekend. Really excited. And a ride day afterwards, just to cram even more in.
Going to be absolutely packed. So thank you very much. We hope you've been working very hard in the office or wherever you're watching from today, but we've been able to steer your attention elsewhere for a little bit. Jess, that was wonderful. Thank you very much. Good luck this weekend.
No problem. Thanks very much for coming.
We'll be hopefully popping back up to Queensland very soon. Back to work, you lot.